Previously, from my previous video.
Okay, student, like, let's be honest, who needs a job? Like, who needs a job? You want to scam the poorest demographic? If you want to scam people who are rich. Why do you want to scam us? Like, why do you want to scam foreign students? Why do you want to scam, like, students in general? Like, why? Just why? I don't understand. So what happened was there are two kinds of scam. So the first scam that I received was they say, oh, I'm interested in this administrative assistant position, and I'm like, sure. Do you know what they said next? Okay, fill in this information, like your address and stuff. Like, so you put in your address because you're like, oh great, I have a job. Oh my god, I have a response. You're happy, you're desperate, right? So you're like, okay, let me fill this information up. And then they'd be like, okay, I have sent you like a $2,000 or $1,200 check. You have to bank this into this address and then show me the receipt to show that you have already banked it in. And then we will tell you if you got hired for the job. And I'm like,
she hadn't read it all, and I said, like, okay. I thought, oh, and then I just, huh?
that's fishy as So I googled it. And it is one of the top scams in the United States of America. So please beware of that. There's no such thing as free money. So if someone ever sent you like money to ask you to bank in, and if they ever ask you to make calls to collect debts and say you can keep like this commission, don't do that. They are probably not legit. Even if they are legit, that's probably money laundering, okay? So don't get yourself involved in that. So if you need, please let your local police know. And the second scam, that's a little bit more legit, but to me it's still a scam, and I nearly got caught into it because I was excited, I was desperate. Like, I'm like, not that I don't want to go back. Okay, trust me, I will go back to my home country, but I just want to gain some attention. My god, did I just say gain some attention? Gain some experience and attention. So gain some experience and attention before I go back, right? So my imaginary glasses. Karavale. Let me tell you how this is. This will happen in like big cities like Chicago. Like this opportunity was in Chicago, and then I think there was the same one in New York and in Houston. I'm not sure about California. I've not heard about that yet, but I know in Houston and New York and Chicago we have issues like this. So what happened was they will say, this is like a marketing associate position. You're gonna be like so cool if you get this job, and we're gonna do an interview. You have to record, and we're gonna get your responses and blah 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 blah, right? So I'm like, okay, sure, since you need me that much, why are you so obsessed with me? So I did my first round of video interview, and then they responded and be like, okay, we need you to come in to do this interview, blah 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 blah. Many people will be there to interview. Many people will be there to take the job. So that's when I was like, many people will be there for the interview. We are taking walk-in interviews during this day from this time to this time, and I'm like, I googled them. Big ass scam. You a big ass scam. They will say, okay, this is like a marketing associate, and they will collaborate with like Sprint, you know, the Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, Sprint. Yeah, the worst of all of them. They will ask you to sell Sprint numbers, like Sprint phone cards on the street. Like, you know how when you're walking down Chicago or when you're walking down Manhattan, and people will be like, sir, ma'am, do you want to listen to what we have here? Sir, ma'am, do you have some time? That's the job that you be doing. And I'm like,
eat me, I'm a hot dog.
Eat me, I'm a bunny.
Us.
and if you go to Glassdoor, you'll see some fake ass reviews. They'd be like, I have seen so much growth in this company. Oh my god, I have grown so much. Like, I can manage my own marketing scheme after 1 year, like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, This is such a big ass scam. So if you ever see these two kinds of scam, turn your head, run for the hills. Don't even try to think that, oh, you have a job. Just be smart. Don't be dumb as shit like me, okay? So I engaged them. Both of them. I engaged in both of them. I'm dumb. Anyways, back to our normally scheduled program. Yeah, scheduled program. Here are some of the tips that I want to tell you about jobs. So, when you're applying for jobs on LinkedIn is a very popular option, right? So when you're applying for jobs on LinkedIn, remember, if you see that there are more than 10 applicants, I would recommend that you don't apply for them for several reasons. First, and if they have easy apply, that's another big ass scam. I would recommend you not to do it. You can still submit because it's still LinkedIn in some ways, so you can still kind of apply to them to see if you get it. But if there are like 100 over applicants, let's be honest, do the math, your chances are 1 out of 100. How are you gonna get a response? Like, do they even glance at your application? Probably not, right? Probably not. So what I would recommend is apply to jobs that has less than 10 applicants. If there's easy apply, don't do that shit. Just save your time. And another thing, if you're looking for jobs, okay, if you're looking for jobs, remember to also look up reviews. Like for example, Glassdoor is a good one, and Google reviews, that's another good one. So, and if there are only like 1 or 2, or they don't even have a website to begin with, run for the hills. Run for the hills. Sometimes, like some of the jobs, they might have a lot of negative reviews. For example, like, oh my god,
There's all the supervisors are like micromanaging you. Like they're always on your toes. They don't let you go to the toilet to pee. Like they're controlling your bladder. Like,
at least they are negative reviews, okay? Always remember that negative reviews are better than no reviews. Anyways, coming back to my story, you know how people will be like, por favor hablen frases cortas, and here I'm giving you the historia de abuelita. So, finally, I got accepted. Oh, this is a trick actually. I was this close. So initially they offered me a remote position, and then I was like, you know what? I kind of wanna work like a full-time position. Do you have any more full-time positions that? Cause I'm kind of willing to relocate. And they were like, sure, we have this 6 other locations. So I'm like,
money can buy happiness, then why is it so fabulous?
so I'm like, well, I took up the position. So this is one tip. If someone offers you something and you kind of think that you need something else, you should voice up and ask them. Because if I did not ask them, I'll have to get my ass back home. Because now it's September, end of September. So thank God I have this job. I asked and I got what I wanted. Like end of the first week of July, I got the job. I got the offer, and they were like, okay, I know you're in Iowa, so would you like to start like on the 2nd week of July, on the 3rd week of July? And I'm like, girl, you just gave me the offer and you are asking me to drive 17 hours, literally relocate 17 hours away and start the week after. ¿Tú eres loca? Muy loca. So anyways, I say, no, it's fine. I'll start in August, 1st week of August. That's the deal. So yes, that's what happened, and that's where the second part of the trilogy happens. Stay tuned to know where I'm moving to. So if you like my content, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment on what do you think, what are your struggles when you're looking for a job. If you don't like my content, it's fine. We know I'm not entirely likable.
I'm a very controversial figure.
But both of you, if you like or you dislike my content, or if you're just passing by, subscribe to my channel, follow my Instagram page. Not that there's anything yet, but if you follow, I might have more stuff coming up. And share this with your friends to kind of waste your friends' time. So anyways, Johnny Castellar signing out.
Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends. While you're waiting for my next video, here are some videos you can enjoy. Johnny Castellar signing out.